Hey guys, welcome to episode 10. Today's the day we're going to complete the logistics. So I've done a little bit of setup. So we're going to be filling these ones over here, all 5. So if you remember, we've got the quartz, we've got the silica. That was the temporary location while I was doing the running around on the map and doing the research and waiting for the mats to build up so we could hand in the tier. So we've got to sort those out and bring those to the stash. And then in the last episode, we did the 3. We did the rubber, plastic, and the fuel, or depending on the order that we're going to feed them through now. So those are the 5 items that we need to specify or bring through on the logistics. So I've set up those 5 at the top, so we're all ready to bring it through. Just haven't linked it up yet, so let's head back to the start of the base, and then we can start doing the linking up to the logistics and bringing it through to the storage units. Okay, so these 2 are going to be for the silicon quartz, which we've got from these 2. And then those 3 lines over there are going to come from this little factory that we got set up doing the rubber, plastic, and fuel. That's just going to those temporary locations for now, and then we'll hook them all. Cool, so let's break these down. Looking good. Okay, let's get the merges. Feels good to finally get all these materials loaded up to the logistics before to getting into the storage. Nice. Okay, let's go do the other sets. Okay, let's have a look. So this one's got to hook up to the fuel. Let's do the fuel on the very top one. That one will be great. Link up on this chain all the way to the top. Okay, we'll do the next one underneath that will be the rubber. And last but not least, the plastic. Realize we went to the wrong one. Let's do the proper one. Cool. And then the last thing to do is just to take that off here. We want to get the plastic to feed around for the fuel container. That's only taking up 4 plastic per minute. We want a smart splitter. And this one. Okay, and then we just need to jump up on our lookout tower, and then we can go set that smart splitter. Okay, that's everything linked up. Plastic's going, rubber's going, and fuel's going. Cool, let's head back to the start of the, well, the end of the factory, or the start depending on how you look at it now. And then we can link up those to the storages, and then we should be able to do the hand-in for the jetpack. Super looking forward to that for the inventory slots, and then obviously the ability to fly around is very welcome. Let's link it up. You can see the silica's backed up the top there. Okay, so it's going to be this one. Yeah, silica. To actually change that one to be a smart splitter now that I think about it. Actually change this one. Let's go set that smart splitter. Man, I can't wait flying. We link onto the wrong one. No, we did link onto the right one. Okay. I was expecting to be silica, but obviously we went on the bottom one. There, if anything to overflow, there goes the plastic. Yay! Okay, plastic done. Line up the next one. Gonna be the rubber. We were out of beams, let's just grab some. few more to go. And the last one. Okay, now we're just gonna go set all the smart splitters. Look at that. Nice. And everything should be pulling up to the front. Perfect. Because now we've got everything feeding into the stashes. Those will fall up over time. Let's have a look. See, I think we need 100 fuel to hand in. We definitely managed to get some from the stashes that side. Now that the storage is all hooked up. Jetpacks, baby. Nice. Hey, what do we need to make it?
R&D inflated your pocket.
Circuit board, plastic, and motors. We got enough circuit boards from our travels. Go get the plastic. Motors. And now we can fly. Ah, so good. So good. Let's get some more fuel from the stash. Okay, now what we can do next is, I think we just have to extend this platform. And we're running out of space here, so I wanted to build all of these along a row all the way here, but this mountain's kind of getting in the way of that. So we do want to build the nuclear plant down this side, so I don't want to go over this overhang too much. Might be worthwhile just to extend this way, and then we got enough space between here for the awesome things. So I think let's do that. Let's extend this way, and then we can start feeding those into the awesome sinks, and then they'll get us some nice tokens with the extra materials as well. Let me prep this platform, extend it across, build the logistics, and then we can link up the awesome link. Things are looking a bit different. We've now hooked up all the logistics. I've extended the platform a bit to hold all the belts. Now we're just going to link up the awesome stuff. So I think let's do that. Maybe move it a bit more forward. Want to be squashed behind. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the last time. And I must say, this is looking really nice. Look at this. This is like eye candy if ever I did see it. Look at this. Delicious. Let's connect these to power. One, 5. Let's link them all up and then we'll do the split this all together. A good idea. 1, 2, 4. One, two, three. I love flight. One, two. Oh, we just not off. I mean, we just off center on that one. And the last one. Oh, let's go up and just get all the smart splitters now. And then we're going to get a nice boost to the tickets. Thank goodness for flying. Great. That's going to give us a nice boost. Yeah, that can keep doing its thing. All of those coming in, fuel's building up slowly. Got nice sets of materials building. Looking good. Okay, let's have a look to see what we're going to do next. Gas mask. Okay, so what do we have left for this tier? We've got gas mask that we can make. Monorail train, definitely keen on that. And then obviously the pipeline. And then that's all that we have left for these 2 tiers until we can unlock the next. So I think by looking at this, we can go exploring, get some mycelia and unlock the fabric. That's not a problem. For the trains and for the engineering, we're definitely going to need to automate the process for the modular frame and for the computers. I was very lucky to get the second recipe. As you can see there, the standard recipe includes the screws. So with enough hard drive scans, I managed to get the second recipe, the alternative one. And that's the one we're definitely going to be using because I hate having screws in the chain. So going to build the manufacturer and start producing those. And then in terms of the computer, I'm busy doing some research at the moment. So hopefully we can get one of the recipes for the computers that allow us to remove screws from that network as well. We've got this hard drive, and then we've got 2 other hard drives that we can still use to scan to try and unlock that recipe. So definitely going to do that. But in the meanwhile, let's do the gas mask. We'll go exploring while we wait for that to catch up. And then by the time we've done some exploring and gotten what we need to, hopefully by then we'll have finished some of the research and we can see what we get and if we get lucky. Oh, let's just back up. I don't think I've got any mycelia here or I have cut anything down, so let's make sure we've got the chainsaw ready. Cool. Let's head out in this direction. I know that there was a cave down there. Oh, no, a cave down that side. Nice thing about having fuel, no more workplace hazards. We can just fly down. Okay, so this is the cave I was talking about. I think there's some mycelia in here. We might have some unpleasantries to deal with. Mycelia.
The mycelia within this fungus suggests strong molecular bonding features frequently observed in adhesives and medicine, both beneficial for field research. A new research tree can now be accessed in the NAM.
thought for sure there were monsters inside here. Just waiting for a spider to jump out at me. Yep. Don't think we need too much more. That can never be too safe. Yeah, I think that should be enough. Okay, let's get out of here. Okay, let's check the hard drive research. Nice, almost done. So I'll just wait that out and I'll open and see what we get. Research is now finished. Let's hope we get something with computers. Oh. Okay, so we'll close and do some more research. But before we do that, let's do the mycelia. And we can start working our way to the fabric. Yes, we need 100 more fire. Lucky we had some in the stash. And now we just need to make some fabric. What else can we do in that chain while we're here? Footprint slot. Because we need to make, let's say, 100 fabric. So I want to make that or get that extra hand slot as well. So 100 fabric. What do we need for fabric? Oh, we've definitely got enough of the mycelia. We just need some more biomass. So I think we can actually take the alien goodies and make those into biomass. Not the... Okay, so we have to convert those into proteins first, and then we can convert the protein into... make some space so we can convert the bio we need. Ah, we got enough for the fabric. Let me put some of the stuff back in the stash. Yes, I'm going to queue up this fabric, make 100, and then we can do the gas mask and do the research from the manual. Got enough fabric now, let's hand it.
Milestone reached. Gas masks and
Okay, we just need 20 more rotors. Might as well do these ones as well while we're here. Maybe one short on that chain. Cool. A nice boost to our research. Do a little stash cleanup. How are we looking at the research? And let's do the hard drive. Let's hope we get a new computer recipe. Oh, I think the next step from now is let's go and make our first manufacturer. Build a floor above here so that the bottom one can be used for assemblers, and then we'll use the top one for the manufacturers. Let's head out. What height should we make this? I like the thought of making it taller than the machines. These machines come up to here, so let's just measure this. Use the bigger blocks for the foundations. And then I think that'll be great. Then we can extend this one. 2-meter blocks. Yeah, it's just over the machine. I like it. Yeah, good. Yes, this side done. The cross. And how wide are the manufacturers? I remember them being pretty beefy. So let's go a couple more, if not. It's actually develop 2 complete platforms either side so that we get all the way to our sushi bowl so that we can feed onto those as well. Let me just have a look, see from here. Yeah, I think let me do that. I'll pull these both up and then I'll be back now. Platforms are looking good. Let's head back to the start of the platform. And then we can start planning what we need for the manufacturer's first item, which is going to be heavy modular frame. Typical. We need 10 heavy modular frames, and I don't think we have any screws on us. We do have enough for 5, and we need 10. Okay, so let's head back to the base, get some screws, get some modular frames so we can actually start building the manufacturer. Okay, we need 5 more. We're running low on frames. We need frames and people. Okay, that's good. In fact, the screws we're not using, take 2 with us. Okay, let's give us quite some space here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, this guy's a meteor. Okay. Now let's see what we need. We're going to do not this one because this one requires the screws. Let's hit for the modular frames, beams, steel, and concrete. What I've just realized is I think it's about time we actually put some labels on the storages of what we're using. I think let's drop this down considerably to something that we know we can produce. At least it keeps chugging over. So that should be okay. At least it'll then be linked up and start making items for us. Let's do that. And then we can build up these over time. And it's going to have to be from the sushi belt at the bottom, because I think all of those are items that we're making on the sushi belt. Okay, so the steel and the concrete not, the modular and then case, yes. The 2 will be from the sushi belt and the rest will be from the actual one. So let's see where we can fit in the connections on the sushi. These 2 slots over here look good. What are you doing this one actually? No, that one's being blocked. Let's bring up the sushi on this one. Let's bring it up on the 2 closest ones here, and then in the middle, and then that'll be great. Let's smart splitter, go down, okay, in the middle of this floor. That one. Okay. This one going to be the modular frame into overflow. This one will be the industrial beam into overflow. Okay, let's bring those up. Okay, so it'll be on this path, like 1. Down the smart splitter. Linking. Oh, wrong way around. No, right way. Used to be a little bit further back. Just don't like it clipping through the floor, and I don't want to use floor holes just for this little edge. Let's drop it 1 more back. See if that works. Yeah, that looks good. Yes, it's just off center. Let's do that. And that was modular thing. That'll sort itself out. Time. Let's link the next one. So that's already set. And the last two are the steel pipe and the concrete. Gotta do one too many. I did. Four is great. Yeah, it's nice and level. Okay, so we need the concrete taken from the bottom. That's a bit of a problem because now it's going to go through those bolts. Place over here, this level. That one's not a problem. And there's a little gap in between these. Let's have a look. So it's the concrete that we need. And the steel beam. Oh, the steel beam's at the top here, so it shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, that's great. Let's take this one from the steel beam. Okay, and then the last one's going to be the concrete, and the concrete will get from... Did I do the wrong ways? Did I do it in... Yes, I did. Rookie mistake. Okay, this over here is going to be that. Pipes. Oh, can I get this lined up? There you go. Yeah, that'll send up the pipes. And now we can link this to the concrete. Concrete goes all the way down to the second from the bottom. The third from the bottom, should I say. We're a little off here. Okay, that should be it. Now the only thing we need now is just to hook this up to power. Where's the power switch? Over here. Yeah, first manufacturer hooked up. Let's go set the overflows. I did this one too far. I did. I'm just not winning with this. Okay, let's do this slow. Yeah. There we go. Okay, we've got reinforced in heavy, heavy modular frames actually being processed. Great, so the dump and resources we do have available make this catch up in terms of the items. Yeah, that's looking good. And then let's get this into our sushi bowls. Okay, that's going to be perfect. Get to the storage and throw in the heavy modular frame on the end so it doesn't actually awesome sink it. That would be the direct opposite of awesome. It didn't need to delete that. I could have just changed the outputs. Okay, this is going to be heavy. And this will be the other. Oh, nice. Front. And link up the awesome sink as well for the overflow. Nice. Okay, so that's going to build up over time. We can just wait for that to do its thing. In the meanwhile, what I might do is I might make a little bit of these by hand. and then we can see where to from there. But I think the next thing on the list is let's make another modular frame and see if we can start at least producing some of the computers. But we've at least killed a little bit of time. Let's head back to the man and hope, beyond hope, that we actually got a computer recipe. Here we go. Yeah, a computer recipe. Try again. Cool, I'll wait for that time, and let's wait for the heavy modulars to build up. I think that'll be a good plan. So I'll be back just now. Let's just wait for that research to sort itself out, and then we'll get the modular frames building up for the next manufacturer. So it seems like it was lucky number 7, everyone. Finally, after the 7th set of research, it finally came through. And now we have the Caterium computers. So just to show you the difference between the two recipes, again, we want to eliminate screws from the chain. And this you can see is far better than this chain. So we're going to have the circuit board, and we're going to link those up as well. And then we're going to have to bring over the quick wire from over the hill, which we haven't linked up yet. So we need to bring over the copper, the sulfur, sorry, not the copper, the coal, the sulfur, and the Caterium. And those are the last 3 that we're going to put on the starter factory's belt. So we can then start making the quick wire, bring that through on the bolts here to another storage bin. And when we've got that hooked up, then we'll start working on the manufacturer for the computer. So I'm going to go and head through, link up those 3 bolts, and then we can get ready with the production of the quick wire. Let me go and bring those up into the chain, and then we can take it from there. As you can see, I've been building the conveyor highway. So we've got the coal, we've got the sulfur, and we've got the Caterium all coming from their places. The Caterium's there, sulfur's there, and then the coal's behind this hill over that side. So we've just put it all together and fed it along these belts. We just want to merge it now on top of the initial starting factory's location. So let's link these all up. I would go there the wrong way, hey? That was good. Okay, let's do the rest of this logistics stack. Cool. Okay, so for the Caterium, we're obviously using the core to the side. I think let's put the Caterium that side. Now, in order to do that, I'm going to need a little bit more belts. So let me shoot back to the To start, get that, and I'll be back. Let's bring the resources home. Got the extra bolts. Oh, the Caterium, that's the only one that's coming in at 120. We didn't have enough slugs to actually boost that, so we'll have to go back there at some point, but 120 will be perfect for now. Then for the sulfur and the coal, those are both coming in at 240. So we can look at using a refinery to actually make some black powder and stuff once we've done that research. I think you have to do the research first for it. You can't just have the ability to do it, so we'll look at doing that a little bit later. For now, let's get the Caterium linked up and start making some ingots. We'll feed it onto the belt and then go that side and then actually put it on the quick wire as well. Okay, so that. Now we just need smelters. This is a different ratio, so there's not 30 for each iron ingot. I mean, not iron ingots, Caterium ingots. So the math is a little different. So this one's 45. We're going to bring that down to 40. So 40 divided by 45. That's the 88.889. Or I think we can just change this to 10. Oh no, that puts it to 30. Okay, so let's just put it to 10 because we can always increase it later and we'll just have more smelters. Okay, those are all linked up. Now it's just bringing across the power. Copy those settings. Okay, let's let down our merger. And where these going to link to. So we're just going to put it onto. I think we can drop it down onto this belt here. Makes sense because that's where all the ingots are. Let's maybe link that line up all across that way to where we're going to have the quick wire. Okay, so this is going to be our Caterium line. And let's just see how many ingots these are producing. Again, the math is very different from the other smelters. Because that's 10. So we're getting 40. Those look pretty. Okay, we got this stacks on this side. We got those stacks on this side that are going higher. We don't have a gap in these bolts because all of these are used for their correct purposes over here. So I think let's add to the stack on that side. Now we bring the Caterium down from here. And how many constructors do we need for the quick wire? 12, and we're producing 40, which is divided by 12, odd number. Let's rather bring it down from 12 to 10. That's 83.333. Now we need 4 constructors. Okay, let's just link all these up. Okay, there they come. Now we just need the power again. Five, 10, 15, 20. So that's 200 per minute. That's within our bulk limits. I know we can make the high level vault after doing our research at the hub, but we're still waiting for the resources to hold up for the industrial beams. We can actually increase that yield as well at some point. So now we need to add another belt this side. Has to be 6 higher than the current one. And we can link this up. Cool, so that's linked up. Now we're just going to go and extend this bolt all the way to the storage facilities. And the last thing on the chain is just to link it up to the resource link. Look at this infrastructure coming together so nicely. This is a little bit of a problem. Maybe just bring it down just to the edge of it over here. And then we can feed it in. There'll be space down here to loop it around. Like that. That works. Okay, so that's going to earn us some extra tickets. Let's link it up to the power. Now, of course, we don't want it just to sink. We want it to build up into the storage, so let's go and link that up as well. Last thing I have to do is just set the splitter. Just like that, we've got the quick wire coming in. Great. Okay, so let's go and look at the research. And then I know we're going to do the Caterium computer. So the plan was to get the computers going now that we've got the heavy modular frames automated. So the only part we've got to make now is the circuit board, and we've already got the plastics and the copper coming in through for that. So let's just go to the assembler part of the factory. We'll slap one of those in, feed it onto the sushi belt, and then make another storage for that. And then we should be good to make the computers. Then we can actually target, let's go for the monorail. So we'll unlock trains, which is going to be super exciting. Then we can really extend the factory. Cool, so let's get going on the circuit boards next. While I was playing the circuit board layout, I thought to myself, now's a good time to start using blueprints. So let's start using these exclusively in the factory. So I've done the first set of 3, and this is the 3 by assembler. And we're going to use this going forward. And the same thing we're going to do for the smelters and constructors and other items in the factory. So I've preset all the smart splitters at the back to have their correct overflow settings. I've linked all these up to the power and then got all the mergers ready. Everything checked. So that should all be ready now for mass production. So let's save this. Clear the designer and go and use it in our factory. Okay, let's line this one up. And they want to be clear of these 2 over here, so let's move it a little bit more forward. Breaking is good. Let's line it up with this one we're standing on. Perfect. Let's have a look. This is in the center. Great. This is in the center. Great. Now all we got to do is just link it up to the power. Cool. And then set to the circuit boards. Now we are going to underclock these. So let's maybe put these at 20%. Maybe even 30%. Yeah, that'll be fine. And what I was talking about the power earlier, is if I put this one down, you'll see that if I select the circuit board, it's going to use 15 megawatts. And now if I look at this one, it currently reads 15, but when you put in the parts for it to start making, that drops down considerably. So you can see it does underclock and uses the correct amount of power, so there's no problem. Okay, so we've selected that one for circuit boards. We just need copper sheets and plastic. So let's find the copper sheet. Plastic will come through on this one. So let's have a okay, there's the copper sheet. That's the cable. One more there. Let's go set those settings correctly. And then we need plastic to come down for this one. Okay, there's the plastic and the copper coming in. That should all go through correctly. It backs up on this side, and we've linked it up to the power, so it'll be all starting to process. So what we can do is we can just switch to the factory over here, go and grab as much copper and plastic as we can, and we'll just load it up. Just give it a little turbo boost. Okay, and all it's to do is to link this up to the sushi bolt. With that linked up, let's go and put on the new storage. Running out of rotors. What I realized as well is we actually start needing to get the AI limiters being created by the factory. I keep making them by hand, so I think we'll also do that. Because it's getting a little frustrating making these. Okay, what's this one set to? Modular frames. This one's going to be set to circuit board. This one's set to any. We add on 2, 1. Must have added on 2 by mistake, because we don't need this additional one. Okay, then let's link this up to the awesome sink. Okay, and there comes our circuit boards. Cool, and then those will build up over time. Let's just see how many of those circuit boards we're making. 2.25 times 3. 6.75. And then in terms of the other ones that we're making, for the quick wire, it was 200. And then for the manufacturer now, for the computer parts, what do we need? 26, 105, and 45 rubber. The rubber, we're making 5 times whatever the refinery is putting out, so let's have a look there. We're making 100 rubber, so that's definitely good enough. So we're definitely clear on those two. It's the circuit board that's probably the issue. But we don't have to make 3 computers a minute, but we're basically capable of doing that almost. Let's just check how much it would require for us to do that on the circuit boards. I think let's leave it like that for now. We'll just underclock it to do 6 per minute. That way we can at least get some excess circuit boards. That won't be much, but it's something at least. So yeah, let's go and hook it up for the computers now. We'll go to the other side of the other manufacturer. I think this is the good position. Let's build check. Just like what we planned for the assemblers, I've gone ahead and created one for the manufacturers, or manufacturer, should I say, that we can obviously stack up. So I've created this one with a chain behind here, all set with the correct overflow settings, feeding into the manufacturer from different heights, and then we can always link 2 of these together and then link them up. That's something that we can use in the factory going forward. So let's clear this blueprint and let's take it to the spot where we said that we were going to make the computers, and then let's get producing, which is going to be fantastic. Okay, let's have a look at the bottom. Yeah, we got some space over here in between. That's great. Yes, let's bring up our blueprints. Let's actually use it. Okay, so this is going to go this way. We're going to have the manufacturer feeding out that side, so we need to put it in from this angle. Let me just push this down and then see. We feed it from this side. No. We feed it from this side. Yeah, okay. So the only mistake we made is the front portion of the splitter needs to come this way. Yeah, so the only problem is that we got the splitter on the wrong way around. So let's just delete that quick and we'll go and change that. Change the blueprint. Okay, let's load up our manufacturer. And then just change the print. Because that's going to split around that side. It should be definitely the other way around. That needs to be a little bit closer, otherwise it's not going to be in the center of the block. Great. Oh, let's save that. We did it the wrong way around again. Oh no, I just placed this one the wrong way around. That's good. Those arrows on the left hand side are confusing because it's the arrows coming out of the actual manufacturer. Okay, so let's put them in the proper position now. This is good. Let's try and line it up as best we can with this one, but it doesn't have to be 2 because we're going to get from down here, so that's fine. And we're only going to be using 3 of the inputs for the computers. Let's get into the nice position. think this one center over here looks good. Like that. Let's bring power across from the side that we used. Okay, that's all connected. Let's get this to use the alternate silicon computer. And we're only producing, I think, 6.6 or 6.7 of the computers. I mean, of the circuit boards. So for now, let's just underclock that to 6. So 26.25. We need 22.857. And that'll get us to the 6 there. And then we just need to chain this up to the sushi belt. Okay, that's all connected. Only thing left to do is to now hook these up to their respective parts, and we need circuit, quick wire, and rubber. So the circuit will come from the bottom, quick wire and rubber will come from the belts. So let's jump all the way down and go get the circuit board. Maybe lined up with this one over here. Okay, we're going to definitely want to be able to put through the floor hole for this. Okay, that's all linked up, and I think this is set to the correct overflows. Yep. That's going to feed up into there, which is great. Yep, you can see it's coming in already. Okay, then the next parts we need is just the quick wire and the rubber. So let's have a look. So the rubber is right on this level, and I think the quick wire is at the top, so that works out great for us. Let's do the rubber next. What we actually want to do maybe is take it off at this belt and then feed it through there, because this one's currently being blocked. So let's do that. Let's put a merger on this one over here, or even better on this one over here. No, that's the one we're currently using, my bad. Okay, let's bring this down. Then we can get a splitter off of the rubber. So we can just put this to E. Just let me rubber on this bolt. Overflow. Okay, that's looking good. And then the last thing we need is just a quick wire from the top. Here we go. That's going to now fill up over time. What we can do again is we can just give it a speedy boosties by just putting in the extra materials we do have. So that's what I'll do. Great. Now it's going to start chugging along and create the computers. Only at roughly 1 a minute for now, but we're going to take time, I think, now that we've got the computers going. We're going to let those build up. And what we're going to do is we're going to do an inventory of what we're producing in the stash in the factory, and then we'll actually go to the storages and we'll use signs to label what's incoming where. I think that'll be pretty cool to have those all in these boxes, and then we can see what we're using and what we need. But for now, we definitely don't want to sync the computers because we don't have them assigned. So let's make this box capture all the computers. And then we'll do an overflow. And this one can be for the excess. do this right any, center overflow, and that's obviously going to be for all the ones that are completely full. Then we just need to put an extension here, select that. And this is going to fill up the computers over time. This is for the excess, so let's throw down a awesome sink. Okay, computer should be filling up on in time over here. I always like seeing the first one come through. It does take a little bit of time. While it does that, let's go see what we can hand in terms of the monorail frame. Be a really nice to unlock that before we conclude this. We've got 90, so we can hand those in. Almost there. Okay, so let's get the beams and the pipes. Cool. And then let's get the heavy modular frames. Okay, hand in these. Awesome, now we only need 5 PCs, so I'll wait this out 5 minutes, and then we can just hand that in, and then we'll finish this off. That didn't take too long, so I've waited about 5 minutes or so, and you can see we've got the 3 inside and the 2 outside, which is great, so we can hand that in now. Let's do that and unlock the choo-choos. Man, out of all the ones I love the trains. I can't wait to get started with the trains.
Has been made available. In addition,
cool, so the plan for the next one is to do the mega power plant. Mega power plant means way more plastic, way more rubber, and I'll take you through a tour of my plan. First of all, we're going to go all the way behind those rocks over there, and behind there's a lot of crude oil. So we're going to run a train track, most likely from somewhere this side, all the way through there to go and get the power sorted, lots of refineries, get that plastic and rubber going. Then we're going to bring the plastic and rubber back, and the really nice thing is that with the train stations being all over here on this platform that we're going to extend and make there, the awesome thing is that we can link that directly up into our belt here that's carrying all the plastics. So you'll see here, if we just fly up to the top, we've currently got the plastics going on over here. Yeah, this one here. So we'll extend it out this way towards this side of the map. And you'll see that means that we're going to have all of these mergers. Now, all of these mergers essentially are carrying every item that we're producing or using. So when we do get this side, it means that any train dropping off stuff, we'll just sort it, stick it onto this belt, and it goes to our storage. Cool, looking forward to doing that in the next one. So we'll let the computers build up, we'll let the heavy build up so we've got enough for the infrastructure for the trains, because that does use a lot in terms of the train stations and in terms of the trains themselves. That on average we'll use 4, give or take 8 for a there and back, 4 in terms of the freight cars, and then 1 power. So that's generally what we'd need. Also, not 1 power, 1 electric motor. And as you can see, we need quite a few heavy end computers for that. So at least we got those automated now. That'll just take a couple of minutes. So I'll let this run probably for about a couple of hours, and then we'll be able to get started. Looking forward to it. Also have got quite a few coupons, so we might actually use the blueprint to create a cool design for the trains. Maybe some pillars and stuff to link them up in between, but that we'll look at in the next episode. Awesome, guys. Thanks for joining. Looking forward to the next one.